Good morning, everybody. How we doing today? Another day here on the Outer Banks. Had to drop into Walmart, get a couple things so I can survive my 13-hour workday. Walmart only because it's the most convenient thing to run into and hit that self-checkout on the way out, so I can get in and out. Either way, just left, and I'm gonna take this left right here, get back on the highway and continue my journey. We are in Kitty Hawk. This is the first store, pretty much, when you come off that bridge and enter the Outer Banks. It's the first major store you're going to come across, and that's why it gets so busy on the weekends when people start coming in. It'd be like Black Friday up in that song going. And when I get up the road here, I'm gonna hop on the beach road just because. Catch that scenic view on the way to work. And not only that, because of spring break, it's been kind of busy out here. I'm given the option. I'd rather take the peaceful beach road, peaceful scenic beach road, than the crazy mad rush, morning rush for everybody getting to work and tourists just out and about enjoying some vacation time. Currently my truck is having some issues and I'm gonna have to get it to the shop as soon as possible. Sounds like something's grinding in the engine, and I don't even like that I'm driving it right now, but it is what it is. Gotta go make my dollar so that I can afford to fix it. Makes sense, right? Although traffic's not too crazy this morning. Not yet anyway, we're not in Killable Hills yet. Okay, my AC is not working either. Alright. Sorry, I gotta pop that window open for you guys. Don't want to get all hot and sweaty before I even get to work. Speaking of which, it's like 75 degrees out here. This is the nicest day of the year so far on the Outer Banks. 75, that's damn near summertime. I'm gonna take this left, go to the beach road. You got two restaurants right here. Ocean Bay Boulevard. Oh, excuse me, not Ocean Bay Boulevard, just Ocean Boulevard. Right across the street, obviously, the beach, good old Atlantic Ocean. And then I'm gonna take this right here. We got Art's Place. Great breakfast spot. My fiance works there. Probably won't see her as I'm driving by. She's probably busy. Yeah, they are busy this morning. Doesn't look like too many of these homes are rented. In the summertime, you would see pretty much every house on this stretch would have cars in the driveway. But I'm seeing a lot of empty rentals, so we're not packed out by any means, even though it's spring break. The restaurant that I work at has currently been getting plenty of business from it. Been keeping me nice and busy. Just real quick, before I forget, I want to thank everybody once again for subscribing. Even if you're not subscribed, if you watch this, that's great. Thank you so much. And all your comments are very kind, and I appreciate you guys. So looks like we got a cool little relationship going on here. You guys appreciate this, I appreciate you guys. So thank you very much, and I will continue doing this for as long as I can. I don't do this for money or any other reason. It just started off as a thing, and I just kept up with it because of the comments that I get, and people wanted to see those daily views of the Outer Banks. I don't always get them to you the day of because, you know, upload times and things like that, but I try my best to squeeze it in because I'm a busy man. I work a lot and I enjoy my family time, so I kind of have to run this in the background at home, try to upload it on its own. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling about that. I just want to thank you guys. Still in Kitty Hawk, passing by two restaurants that have been around forever, Black Pelican and Hurricane Moe's, right here on Kitty Hawk Road. That's connected to that little alternative shortcut route that I show you guys sometimes. Mr. Policeman just got behind me. Don't give me a ticket, please. He's got no reason to. I'm driving the exact speed limit, taking my sweet time. But they get people all the time for going above 35 here. You can go 40 and they probably won't mess with you, but anything more than 40, and I congratulate them for that, because there's the summertime, man, with all the people walking and all the bikes, people trying to use the crosswalks. It gets a little crazy. And people get aggro and they don't want to stop for the people crossing because they feel like they got to get to their destination. Screw the next guy. But I give props to the local police forces for making sure that they keep that under wraps best they can. If anybody's wondering, I am originally from Roanoke, Virginia, and my family moved down here when I was 8 years old. We vacationed a couple years before that, back in the 90s. I remember as a kid vacationing here before we ever moved here. The only reason I got reminded of that is because I passed a hotel back there that we used to stay at in the 90s when, you know, we would come out here for vacation. It's a little budget hotel. It was called the Buccaneer Hotel for a long time, and that's what I'll always know it as. Currently they've changed the name to Changing Tides. But as a kid, it didn't take very long to get accustomed to the beach life. Everybody else my age was already getting into some sort of water sport, whether it be bodyboarding, surfing, skimboarding, all the above. They were doing that at that young age. Also, back then, the landscape was a little different. Used to be sand spurs everywhere, and I haven't seen sand spurs in a long time, so I don't know what they did or what chemical they put out here, but they have gotten rid of most every yard or landscape. Used to be sand spurs. If you don't know what sand spur is, it's basically little cactus like little tiny balls that were all up in the ground that grow naturally here on the Outer Banks, and they get stuck on your skin, they get stuck in your shoes and your shoestrings, and they hurt. They suck. Every time I used to mow the grass, I used to get them all up in my shoes because I wasn't really mowing grass, I was mowing cactus. But since then, it looks like everybody's kind of either dug them out, because you can dig them out and kill them all, or they've moved on to fake turf landscape, or they've just regrown natural grass instead of the sand spurs. So I gotta say, that's a good move. I'm just talking back nostalgically about childhood and a couple changes that have happened since. But over the years, what used to be just a little beach box kind of town, just cottages, and you know, the main purpose back then used to be to just go to the beach, and that was it. There wasn't much else. And since, over the years, they have really developed the Outer Banks and turned it into a major tourist destination. I remember back in the day, even when I was a teenager, when I would try to tell people where I was from, they never even knew where it was. And now, it seems, especially with the Netflix series, by the way, that Netflix series was not filmed here. The Outer Banks Netflix, that was filmed in South Carolina. Now, I'm not gonna get factual on this because I've never looked it up, but most people say that the reason that they didn't film in North Carolina is because North Carolina doesn't have transgender bathrooms. So instead, they filmed the show about the Outer Banks in South Carolina on their coast. So, if you ever watch that, that is not truly the Outer Banks. Obviously, what I'm showing you is the real Outer Banks. That's why I named my channel that. Anyway, for anybody ever wondering about why the channel is named the real Outer Banks, that's where that stems from. Alright guys, after running my mouth a bunch, we are in Kildova Hills. I hope everybody has a blessed day. I'm going to end this video right here. Continue my travels. Thanks for watching. Thanks for riding. We'll see you on the next one.